Just making some adjustments there. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. So glad you could attend. Come inside. Come inside. Oh, you're already here. Doodle's going crazy here because he's like, whenever he talks, he has snacks. He knows I have snacks. See, the tongue's coming out. He wants snacks. All right. Hang on. I'll get you some snacks. Now we're going to pace you, okay? You got to go a little at a time. We can't go snack crazy. All right. Wait. Doodle, the Prince of Dogmas, everybody. There we go. See, how's the lighting? I look kind of white, like washed out and white. Let's see if maybe not white enough. Do I need to up this a little bit? Maybe a little. And then this guy. Nope. Is that better? So I'm using a different computer to be, hey, Jeff is back, Jared's back, Adam's back, Miguel is back. It's already a crowd. All right, so to kind of explain, the laptop or the computer that I usually use to do the live streams, I had major problems with. So last week, I think it was Monday it cratered, and I had to have my company's IT department help me fix it, which they did. And then Friday, it cratered again. And since it was a public holiday, there wasn't anybody in IT, and there hasn't been anybody in IT. So my guess is tonight they'll come and they'll help me fix it. So, or not, they won't show up and help me fix it. They'll help me fix it remotely. So I have to use the other laptop. Just heads up that the other laptop is a little bit slower, and I haven't used the other laptop for a while. So I just want to make sure that logistically everything is okay. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the sound settings because I want to make sure that I'm not blasting your ears out, and also it's loud enough. So we're at 55. I'll bring that up a little bit, maybe 70. Yeah, let's say 7. Oh no, that's the output. Never mind. We don't need that. The input is where. Well, the input you can't change. All right. All right. Well, it's just going to have to be as it is because I can't, for some reason, I can't adjust the level of volume. So hopefully the video is okay. The audio is okay. The video should be the same because I'm using the same camera, but it's on another computer. So you never know, like the guts of the video card or anything might be doing something. So how is it, everybody? I mean, is the lighting okay? Is the video okay? Is the audio okay? You will notice, however, that we are at a different angle. That's because that computer was next to the other one, which is over there and still dead. Okay, thank you, Janice and Jeff. So we're going to do things a little bit differently today because I know we usually start with our adult beverage, but today we're going to start with something that I had to heat up, and I don't want it to get too cool. So we'll start with that, and then we'll jump into our adult beverage. But everything's pickle. Everything today, everything. We're doing everything pickle. And Doodle, you're back. Did you finish that snack already? Did you finish that? Did you want more snack? Is that what it is? You want more snack? The tongue is out. You want more snack. All right. Look, first of all, I noticed that there's still food in your bowl in the kitchen. So there's still food out there for you to eat, and you should do that. Second of all, I don't want you filling up on snacks, okay? So I will give you that second piece. All right. Again, because of the angle, we really can't see Doodle too much. Let me see if I can maybe angle this a little bit so we can see him. Is that working? Nah, it's not working. Maybe tilt this down a little bit without cutting my head off. We can sort of see Doodle. All right. Hey, how was everybody's week? It was in the U.S. here. It was Thanksgiving. And so a lot of people didn't have to work. Well, some people had to work on Thanksgiving, and some people had to work the next day. But a lot of us, hey, Jessica is here. Welcome. Good to see you again, Jessica. Glad you could make it. Some of us did not work on Thursday and did not work on Friday. Had the day off. But I know a lot of us, and I say us, the community, did have to work. So how was everybody's week? Did everybody have a good week? Was it pretty chill? I know that. And again, our cardinal rule, we don't talk about religion or politics, but hopefully that didn't happen too much at your Thanksgiving dinners. If you went to Thanksgiving dinner and, Uncle Ned started in on the price of eggs and stuff like that. So hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I think a lot of people had kind of smaller and different Thanksgivings this year. Well, certainly here, because Claudia is still in Colombia, so she may be back as early as next weekend. So everything's going well there, and she may be back as early as next weekend. So it'll be good to see her back. But she is still there, and so it was kind of a weird Thanksgiving for me. I did have a cool Thanksgiving though. I went to my how do I put this? My brother-in-law's girlfriend's parents' house. Does that sound right? And they are Filipino, so it was a Filipino Thanksgiving dinner, and they had a bunch of different Filipino foods, even halo halo, and they had lumpia and pancit and just all kinds of cool homemade Filipino stuff, which was kind of cool. So and then like after the meal, we sat and we had this long discussion about travel and food, and especially because they were from the Philippines, and they were saying, "Do you like balut?" One of those kind of things. So it was a fun and interesting Thanksgiving, but different. Oh, good, Jared, you had a good one. I love that kind of food. Yeah, it is. It's really good. As a matter of fact, we were talking about dinuguan, and they said, "You like dinuguan?" I love dinuguan. The father said he loves dinuguan and everything. I'm thinking like, you guys didn't make dinuguan. Dinuguan is probably not easy to make, and it probably takes a long time to make. But if you've never tried it, we did an episode called Trippy Food Blood Fest. And in the Trippy Food Blood Fest, we ate a bunch of different foods that are made from blood. So we had like different blood sausages. We had sundai from Korea. We had morcilla from Mexico. I think we had the Mexican one or the Colombian one. I can't remember. And one of the things that we had was So because it's made from pork blood, is dinuguan. It is made from pork blood. So. Food's the best part, but oddly enough, for some people, it's weird. But I happen to love the green bean casserole and cauliflower. Now, I'm not really familiar with the cauliflower casserole, but the green bean casserole is kind of like a traditional thing that people do. And to be fair, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's okay. But there are some people who really, really like it. I think one year for our Thanksgiving episode, if I remember correctly, that I made a Thanksgiving lasagna, and the Thanksgiving lasagna had instead of I'm trying to remember. Oh no, I know what it was. I made a green bean casserole, but instead of green beans, I used cactus, and instead of the fried onions, I used fried jalapeños and stuff. I think it's out there somewhere. I don't remember. It was a Thanksgiving episode or whatever, but it's out there. Oh, thank you, Janice. Janice just posted the link for the Trippy Food Blood Fest. And so we do some dinuguan there. That's when I was living in Oregon, and there was a local Filipino place that you could get dinuguan to go. And so it's in that episode. But the funny part about that is that I was in the apartment complex I lived at, they had a grill on the roof, and I was grilling the stuff, but it was raining out. But I had no choice. I mean, like, I was committed to doing that, so I was grilling stuff on, and then some of the more bloodier stuff was falling apart and falling into the grill and everything. So that part I don't even know if I filmed that part, but that part was pretty interesting. So instead of green beans, you use cauliflower for the casserole. That sounds interesting. I think I would try that. Ice Hand is in the room. Welcome, Ice Hand. Good to see you. And Duncan, I'm sorry I did not mention you, but welcome, Duncan. Good to see you again. Glad you could make it. I was going to ask everybody, and maybe I'll do that with a poll so that it's running. And it's really a poll for the people who are like, we have people who watch the live streams from Australia. We have people who watch the live streams from Europe. And I just want to kind of know, like, I know sometimes like it's their Monday and some of them are working. And so it's like, this isn't always a good time for them to be able to participate. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put a poll up. But let's see, can I do a poll where you put your own value in? Maybe not. All right, so here's what we'll do instead. So if you can leave in the comments, and I don't know if you'll be able to leave a comment until after the live stream. I don't think you can put a comment in during the live stream, but you put a live stream after the live stream. If you're from the United States, we kind of do what we can do to accommodate everybody. But if you are not in the U.S. or in North America, North and South America, which is all kind of in the same time zone, if you're from Australia, if you're from Asia, if you're from Europe, Africa, even, let us know in the comments. Let us know what's a good. Give me a time range, but give me a time range as to when would be a good time to do a live stream. I don't want to do it too late for the U.S. Like if I do it 1 o'clock in the morning in the U.S., people aren't going to be watching it either. So just kind of give me an idea. If you are not from North or South America, just leave a comment, and you might have to do it afterwards or after the video the live stream finishes and then it's recorded. You might have to do it then, but please leave me a comment and let me know what a good time range. You can do it in your time zone. Just tell me what your time zone is, and then I can do the conversion. But let me know what a good time zone is where you can participate more. And this is especially for people who aren't watching right now, who aren't on the live stream right now, but who will be watching it later. You'll see this, and you'll see me asking you to put the comment in there, which you'll be able to do because it's been pre-recorded. There we go. Okay. Adam Hebb, you're saying 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., but Adam, you are in the U.S., are you not? I'm pretty sure you were in the U.S. I don't know if we have anybody on yet. Duncan, you're from the U.K., right? I think. Is that right, Duncan? From the U.K.? I believe. I heard that too, Doodle. Did you hear that? No, we don't bark at things we don't know what they are. You should always do 4:30 to 9 p.m., which is 4:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, right? Jessica, you're in the Boston area, so 4:30 to 9 p.m. When I think we do 1 o'clock, we do 1 o'clock, but it would be easier for you if we moved it back half an hour. See, the problem with moving it back half an hour is I think that's bad for some of the people in Europe because this is their Monday and they'd have to watch during work. But okay, so yeah, so Duncan, just let me know. Leave a comment. The thing is, if you leave it in the chat, I won't be able to see it afterwards, and I won't remember. But if you leave it in the comment, then I'll see it afterwards. But just let me know what like a good. Duncan, you seem to be able to attend, but I know a lot of other people in Europe have said that they would attend more if we were doing it during hours where they didn't have to work and stuff. So I wish you would do an hour instead of half an hour. I mean, instead of 2 hours, just cut it down to an hour. Val, smash that like and share for your pal. Thank you, Joshua. Just playing that a long time for you to be alive. It is. I have been alive for a long time. You're absolutely correct. Not as long as some others, and longer than many. So let's put it that way. All right. Well, Duncan brings up an interesting point. I think. Oh, an hour earlier. Okay. All right. An hour. I thought you meant do an hour live stream. An hour earlier. That's probably doable, and I think that's fine for people here because that's 3 p.m. on the East Coast. It's 1 p.m. That's noon here. It's Sunday. What are people doing at noon on Sunday? Like, Meg Griffin is here. Hey, we have a Griffin, but we have a new Griffin. So Meg Griffin is here. Welcome, Meg. Good to see you. And let's see. We already have 13 people in the room, and it's like we're just about ready to get started. I'm going to have a sip of my morning coffee that I'm having in the afternoon. This is pretty strong coffee, so if Juan Valdez works his magic, I may have to get up for a moment, but we'll see. All right, so I promised you a special episode. We have a special episode. I do not see him here, but Sonic Jet left a comment on the post that I put, the notice that we were doing the pickle live stream, Pickle Me Elmo live stream. And he said, why don't you review the fried pickle Whopper at Burger King? Okay, and so let me answer his question here. It's impractical to do that for the live stream. Now, for some people who live very close to a Burger King, that's fine. I am about 20 minutes away from our closest Burger King. And so for me, I would have to go an hour before the live stream. I would have to make sure everything's set up and ready to go. Then an hour before the live stream, go and get that. Then by the time I get back, it would be a half an hour before the live stream, probably, and that thing will just be sitting there. And if there's anything you know about fried pickles is when they sit there for any particular length of time, they're not too appetizing. And so I would not be able to give it a good review if I was to go get it, let it sit here. And even if it was the first thing I ate, I think it would not be a good review. So but I do take his suggestion to heart, and we will review the Burger King fried pickle Whopper. Actually, we're going to do that today. So after the live stream, we're going to go and we're going to try that. I did go yesterday, and I did try the Mexican street corn one. So that episode will be up shortly, and then we'll do the pickle one tonight. That episode will be out shortly. And I don't know, maybe we do the bourbon barbecue one, just because there's 3 of them and we have to do them all. But for me, eating 3 Whoppers 3 days in a row is a bit much. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I might run out and get the fried pickle burger at Burger King. All right, Jared. Well, you could let us know how what you think. But like I said, I'm going to be trying that tonight. So if Sonic Jet shows up, you guys can tell him Val can't do it because he doesn't want the burger to sit there, before the show, and then have to eat a cold, greasy, limp fried pickle burger. So there we go. Just saying, mate. You asked me. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think we're talking about the time zone, right? Just better for me, man. No, you're absolutely right. And Duncan, I don't think starting an hour early is a big deal. I think that's really easily doable. But if there's other people in the UK or something that do have, like I can't watch it at that time because I'm working or whatever, then I want to know that too. So me moving it up an hour on Sunday, that's I could just do that. That's not a big deal. So I'm just checking with other people, especially in other parts of the world, because like I said, we have not seen Greg of Tomorrow in a while. But again, it's Australia. It's already tomorrow in Australia, and so it's difficult for him to attend these live streams. And I want everybody to be able to enjoy it. Just reviewed the maple bourbon barbecue Whopper today. Yeah, that's probably the last one I'm going to try, because that one just sounds like a really good Whopper and a normal Whopper, and the other ones are sort of novelty Whoppers. So again, I did the street corn one yesterday. I will do the pickle one today, and because it's a pickle kind of day, we'll do that. But it won't be part of this live stream because it's impractical to do it for the live stream. So there we go. Yeah, exactly, Steve. And to have to buy 3 and pick one of those 3. So there we go. I didn't care for the fried pickle Whopper, but the barbecue one was okay. Hey, Nashies, welcome. Good to see you again. I'm glad you can make it again. Yeah, Matt Zion over at Reckless Eating. I know he reviewed the fried pickle one. I didn't really want to watch his video. I don't like to watch videos of something I'm about to do because I just don't want it to, I don't want to say, well, I saw on his video, he said, I just want to just go and not be influenced by somebody else's opinion of what it was, and then afterwards I'll watch everybody else's and see them. So let's see, Nashies, did you do any kind of review on that on the fried pickle Whopper? Let's see, did I miss anybody? John King. Ooh, that reminds me, hang on one second. Doodle, I gotta put you down for a second. I gotta go get something because John's here. Okay, putting that guy on ice. Thank you, John. You reminded me. You didn't know you reminded me, but you did remind me that I had something for you. It's because it's late, and Ryan and Nell, my friends, can't watch for too long because they are friends with you. Would they be able to watch if I did move that up, Duncan? To would an hour be okay? Or do you need me to move it up earlier, for so that everybody could watch it? What do you think, Duncan? John, I did say hi, right? I did recognize that you came in. I didn't do a review. Oh, okay. But you weren't impressed with it. All right. That's good to know. What did you get, Val? You'll have to wait till we get started. We're about to get started. So, okay. We're way past getting started. I should have already started already. But, I was enjoying talking to you guys, and that's okay. So let me just throw this out there. But this is really an ongoing thing and not so much about today. Because today we're kind of doing a theme. But on days when we're not doing a theme and we're just doing a regular grab bag and everything, we're here to talk about travel and food, right? And I'm going to share some snacks with you and share some beverages with you and everything. But also, we're here to talk about travel and food. So if you guys, don't feel like, oh my God, I don't want to change the subject. If you guys have some food and travel stuff that you want to talk about, throw it in the chat and let's talk about it. That's what we're here for. And, if we don't get to everything, we don't get to everything. But at the same time, it's like this is a food and travel show. And on the live stream, we want to talk about food and travel. So if you guys have stuff, then throw out there. Now today, because we're doing a pickle theme and everything, we want to just kind of keep things moving with the pickles. But so and plus I have a couple of extra things that I have thrown in there, and would have thrown in the fried pickle Whopper, but again, it was impractical to do for the live stream. So the hot ones, verde sauce Pringles, are the best ones. They just did a new the Verde ones, they came out with before. Julie and I had reviewed that one, but they just came out with a new one. I just picked it up today, and so that's going to be a short very, very soon. The hot ones Pringles are generally good. I think we did 3 of them last time. We did 2 or 3 of them last time, and they were all good. And so like those are some of the best Pringles that they make. I like fried pickles. Mr. Nashies liked it. Oh, okay. The thing about fried pickles is that, like, if they stay too long, they gotta have some crispness to it. They can't be like greasy, and so fried pickles, they're easy to make, but they're also easy to ruin. Maybe hour and a half or so, like 7:30 here. Okay. Well, I'll just base it on the time that we start here and figuring an hour and a half early. So I will take that into consideration, Duncan. What about everybody else? Would you guys have an issue with starting an hour or an hour and a half earlier than we typically start on Sundays? What do you guys think? Or our Sundays, let's put it that way. Well, that's good because I want to talk about my pasta edition. Hey, I'm Italian, man. We could talk about pasta for hours, man. We could talk about a pasta for hours. All right, let's get started. So typically we start with our adult beverage. We are not going to do that today. And the reason that we're not going to do that today is because we are going to start with these, and these have to be heated up. So these, there's 3 ways to do these. You can do them in the oven, you can do them in an air fryer, you can do them in the microwave oven. Oven, microwave, air fryer, and deep fryer. I opted for the oven one because I thought deep fried, they're going to be greasy and they're going to get all lip and everything. But these are, I can show you this. These are Kroger breaded dill pickled chips. Now, they're not chips like potato chips, but they call them chips. So this is from Kroger. This is a Kroger brand. And Kroger was founded by Bernard Kroger, so it's not just a fancy name. It was founded by Bernard Kroger in 1883 in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Kroger owns a bunch of store chains that they bought up over the years. So those chains include Dillon's, Baker's, Gerbe's, I don't know, maybe that's how you pronounce it, Food for Less, Food Co., Fred Meyer, Fry's, not the electronics company, Harris Teeter, Home Chef, King Soopers, City Market, regular Kroger stores, Payless, Mariano's, QFC, Ralph's, Roundy's, Metro Market, Pick and Save, JC, Rulers Foods, and Smith's. Now, I would say that when I was living in Oregon, we had Fred Meyer stores up there, which was the Kroger store up there. Now here in Southern California, Ralph's is the Kroger stores that we go to. And somebody told me that Albertsons might be owned by Kroger's now too. They don't have a lot of stores in the East Coast. I think they don't have any in the Boston area at all, but they have a lot of King Soopers. I've been to a King Soopers in Colorado, but you don't see King Soopers out here so much, but they're kind of all Kroger stores. Anyways, these are breaded dill pickle chips in a crunchy coating made with seasoned breading. Hi, Doodle, just make yourself at home. Let's see, Doodle, I'm just looking to see that. I don't think you would like this because it's pickles. And pickles usually have, let's see, there's garlic powder in here. You can't have this, all right? But you might not want it anyways. You might smell pickles and not like it. So again, I decided to make it in the oven because I figured that would be the best way to do it. And if they were going to sit for a while, they wouldn't get all soggy, as Nashi says. Hi, Doodle. You're up here. You better introduce yourself to everybody. This is Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, for those who don't know. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Everybody. You going to say hi? You're not going to say hi? You're just going to sit there and look cute? Is that what you're going to do? That's okay. All right, there we go. Guess what I'm drinking, Val? You are drinking something with pickle in it because you knew this is a pickle show. And maybe you're drinking that pickle beer, that Donna's pickle beer. Maybe that's what you're drinking. I'm guessing that, maybe you do like it. You like the smell of that. That's a pickle. I don't think you would like that, but that's just me. Pickle McRib. Oh, speaking of McRib, Sonic, they're back. McRib is back. I just saw a sign. Disgusting. But by the way, Sonic, you missed the beginning of the show. I explained why I can't do your suggestion of the Burger King fried pickle Whopper on the show. It's impractical. I can't do it because of time and the fact that it would just be sitting there. But we are going to be reviewing that, and probably I'm going to go today to have after the live stream to have it, and then you'll see the review shortly. So you will see a review of it, just not on the live stream. John, you are drinking Dr. Pepper dill pickle flavored. Wow, that's pretty cool. I've made it all my 44 years without trying them. Nashies, here's the thing. You have to try everything once. I mean, even if it's garbage, you do have to try everything once. Because the thing is, it's just like, how do you experience anything? If somebody says something about it, our taste buds aren't the same. The way we were raised, our comfort foods aren't the same. And so the thing is how do you really judge unless you taste it for yourself? So I would say, go on a limb and try the McRib. But, just go with, I had one McRib. Let's see. I had one McRib, and I had one McRib knockoff, which was worse than McRib, if you can believe that. And I don't think I would get it again, but at least I can say that I've done it. So Nashies, try everything. Try absolutely everything. Don't turn anything down. People ask me, Val, is there anything that you wouldn't eat? Or anything that you would turn down? And I said, yeah, something that I've had before and didn't like. But if I've never had it before, I won't turn it down. It doesn't matter what it is. I won't turn it down. Eat both McDonald's McRib because of the pickle. Yeah, there we go. I think we should throw a poll on to see if we should have a Doodle YouTube account. The problem is that he's not camera shy. He'll come up here and he'll look at the camera, but to have the camera focused on him for any length of time is like an impossibility. So I really wanted to do a show with him, but he doesn't get the concept of cameras. He doesn't get the concept of video and stuff. And so it'd be very difficult to get to have a show. I could have him. Well, I do have him with me on this show, but it would be very difficult to have him with me and with him it being his show. I'll see if I can figure something out, but it would be nice to do that. I do have to refuse seafood due to allergies. That's terrible because I really like seafood. Although there's a lot of seafood that you're probably better off not having. So let's put it that way. All right, Sonic Pickle. You're right, Sonic. We have to get. I mean, fried pickle. We have to get to the fried pickles. So again, these are our dill pickle chips from Kroger. I did make these in the oven, so they shouldn't be too greasy or soggy. They're not even as hot as they were. You have to heat them up at 450 degrees, and they've lost some of the heat, but that's okay. So since these are fried dill pickles or dill pickle chips, our trivia question is, who is credited with creating fried dill pickles? Again, the question, who is credited with creating fried dill pickles? Now let's go ahead and try this. Doodle, I sincerely don't think you would like this. And you can't have another snack because you had a snack, we got to pace you. No, you can't have that. It has onion in it. Put a GoPro on his collar. There we go. Yeah, that's doable. Although when he's just sitting around doing nothing, that's kind of boring. But I like that idea, though. Fillet of fish sandwich with a pickle. No, you know what I would do with a fillet of fish? I want to do, now that they have the chicken, what is it? The chicken Big Mac. I'm going to do the chicken Big Mac with a Big Mac patty instead of two chicken patties, with a Big Mac patty, and then put a fillet of fish on it too. I'll do that. Surf and turf. All right. For some reason, I don't know if it's that the pickles, I'm going to cut one of these open. It seems like the pickles aren't that thick, and it's mostly breading. Let's see if we can do that. So it's mostly breading, and the inside isn't really crunchy and crispy. The inside is kind of like a wonton skin. It's like that texture. So you don't get a lot of pickle flavor. You're getting mostly the batter. I think I've had better fried pickles, but they're not bad. Again, maybe if I had deep fried them, like one of the suggestions, they'd be kind of like soggy and stuff, and they wouldn't be very greasy and not very good. I think doing it in the oven is probably the way to go because they stay, a little bit crispier. But yeah, they're pretty good. I'm going to say, where's my thumb? Oh, hiding back here. Say thumbs up, trending downward. Could do more pickle and less batter, I think would be okay. Now, if only I had something to dip these in. Because with dill pickle chips, you want to dip them in something. What would be a good thing to dip these pickles in? Anybody? What would be a good thing to dip these pickles in? Doodled Sonic says hi. Fried pickle spears are better than fried pickle chips. I agree with you, Janice. The hard part is getting the batter to stay on the fried pickle spears. That's a lot harder. So you have to start with like a really firm pickle, because if you get the ones that are kind of like bendy, then the batter doesn't stay on very well. But Clausen pickles are good. Clausen pickles are okay. Dip in maggots, of course, John. Who's heard of backroom games? I have not, Jessica. My Raising Cane sauce is a good dip for pickles. Yeah, I suppose that would be good. Pickle flavored ranch dressing. Janice, what a great idea. If only I had pickle flavored ranch. You know what? Great segue, Janice. Janice, whatever I'm paying you, it's not enough. All right, Hidden Valley Ranch, pickle ranch dressing, pickle flavored ranch dressing. That's the way we do it on our Pickle Me Elmo episode. I think I did an episode with the pickle. I have to check. I thought I did an episode with that. Maybe it was a short. Yep, that's good. Now, the good thing about these with the pickle ranch dressing is that the pickle ranch dressing kicks up the pickle game, which the chips are a little bit lacking in. For some reason, it's a pickle chip that doesn't have as much as much pickle flavor, and this kind of kicks that up a little bit. And then you also get the ranch, which is a nice dip. So the combination of these together, that's a thumbs up. That makes these better. Great idea, Janice. Thank you. Now back to our trivia question. Who's credited with creating fried dill pickles? Let's see what the guesses were. I did see somebody. Janice Yamanaka said Burnell Fat Man Austin in 1963. Guys, and I'm saying that figuratively. Guys, help me out here. I only see Janice's answer. Did anyone else answer that? Does anyone else want to take a stab at that before I answer the question? The question was, who is credited with creating fried dill pickles? Anybody? I'm going to move this up a little bit because I'm cutting the top of my head off. And maybe that doesn't matter. It kind of was bothering me a little bit. All right. Anybody? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Oh, you're taking off, Duncan? All right, well, good to see you again. And yeah, I'm going to work on moving that up. And if nobody has a problem with moving it up, hour and a half, maybe, we'll do that. I think that would be good. Ken's is good. Ken's is good. Ken's blue cheese dressing is really good. Nashi's. I grew up in the Boston area, and it's funny because that's where Ken's Steakhouse actually is, and I've never been to Ken's Steakhouse. The whole time living in the Boston area, I never went to Ken's Steakhouse. I have to fix that. Next time I go, I have to go to Ken's Steakhouse, I think. Glenn Bella, Taco Bella. Great guess. Anybody else? No. Hey, Eli, welcome. We just went into our first snack. The creation of fried dill pickles was first accredited to Burnell Fat Man Austin in 1963 at the Duchess Drive-In in Atkins, Arkansas. So once again, Janice was correct. Now, it's funny because I think it was last week somebody was going like, oh, Janice is looking it up. Yeah, Janice is looking it up. You can look it up too. There's no rules here. We ask a trivia question, by all means, look it up. You know, that's how we learn stuff, right? Look it up. But she also has a secret weapon that we don't have. She has an Ed, and we don't have an Ed. But she has an Ed, and Ed is like that guy. You know, like when you're in a maybe in a bar, maybe you're in a in a big group of people, and people are sitting around talking. The television's on, and Jeopardy's on, and people are just kind of glancing it over and everything. Ed is the guy who's like sitting in the chair, answering all the questions and answering them all correctly, even when the people on the show are not answering correctly. That's Ed. So Janice, tell Ed I said hello. All right, I see your dog's butt. Not anymore. He took off. So all right. So now I did promise. I know we usually go into our adult beverage, and that's the first thing. And we did the pickle chips first because they were I didn't want them to get soggy as they got older. Pickle is a secret ingredient in Chick-fil-A fried chicken. I can't remember the last time I had Chick-fil-A. It might have been like when I lived in Texas, might have been the last, and that was a long time ago. Like I moved to Southern California in 2003. So it had to be before that. That's the last time I ate at Chick-fil-A. I'm not, did they change things up? Do they do different things every once in a while, or is it just the same menu all the time? All right, anyways, John, are you there? John, let me see. Tell me if you're there, John. Calling John. Speak to me, John. Let me know you're there. All right. So, John, this is for you. So many times, and this is like on other live streams, so many times you ask me, Val, have you tried pickled Dr. Pepper, right? And I go to 7-Eleven where they're supposed to have it, and they always tell me, like, no, it doesn't matter what 7-Eleven I go into, they've never heard of pickled Dr. Pepper. Not in a bottle, not even in the fountain. I mean, just they've never heard of pickled Dr. Pepper at all. All right. Now, I did see somewhere where some people are putting pickle juice in their Dr. Pepper, and that's fine. But I could not find it already bottled in a can, in a fountain, as a fountain drink or anything anywhere. But it intrigued me. And John, since this episode is based on pickles, I wanted to do you proud, and I wanted to take care of that for you. So today, we are going to make pickled Dr. Pepper. So we're just going to run through this real quick. We're not even going to do a trivia question. Now, this is full sugared, I guess, is the term. I'm not going to drink a lot of this, only because it's like, how many calories? 240 calories. And it would also take up a lot of room in my stomach for other things. Wait, I just lost my other monitor. Hang on. It's back. Okay, there we go. All right, now, pickle juice. What do I got that's pickly? I have like regular pickles. I do have that, but that's hot, and I don't want to do really hot stuff. So I'm going to do some of the juice from this. And I won't really get into what this is yet, but take my word for it, it's just pickles. Oh my God, I can't even open that. Doodle, you can't want this. That's impossible. So as long as we're talking about pickles is an unusual thing because the United States is one of the few places in the world that only think of pickles as pickled cucumbers. But the rest of the world, they do so many other things that are pickled, as you'll see today, as a matter of fact. As you'll see today, they do so many other things that are considered pickles, like an Indian pickle. They just call it pickle, right? And sometimes it's mango, and sometimes it's like lemon, and it's like bits of fruit and other things in there in this really kind of spicy, it's kind of like a thick sauce or condiment that you put on top of other food and everything. But we're the only ones that really think of pickles as pickle. I mean, as pickled cucumbers as pickles. I hate pouring out of jars, just like I hate pouring out of cans. Oh, there we go, all over everything. Oh yeah. Now my desk is going to smell like pickle. I knew that was going to happen, because that's how I roll. All on the keyboard, all on the desk. And Doodle doesn't like that smell either, so. All right, there we go. That ought to be enough. Oh, my desk is going to smell like pickles. I like pickles, though. That might not be such a bad thing. All right, this is for you, John. Pickle Dr. Pepper. You've been asking me so many weeks to try this pickle Dr. Pepper, and since I couldn't find it, I decided I was going to make it. Cheers. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is going to vary depending on the type of like, if it's a vinegar brine or a strong vinegar brine, or if it's a strong salt brine, or if it's a little of both. These pickles happen to be like a both vinegar and salt, and it's really interesting because it gives it like a salty flavor that, like when Tom and I did the pickle Pepsi, we did pickle Pepsi. It was more like a vinegar-based one. This one is salt and vinegar. It's not a bad taste, actually. And to be honest, yeah, it almost like you do have that sweetness because it's high fructose corn syrup, not sugar. And I like the flavor of Dr. Pepper. So it's really nice. It's a nice departure. It's actually pretty good. And again, I don't want to drink too much of this. Not that it's bad, because it's not, but only because we have so much other stuff to do. I'm going to give that, where's my thumb? I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Great suggestion, John. That was actually pretty good. I actually that was pretty good. It's not something I would drink all the time, but it's actually pretty good. So there you go. Thank you. Well, thank you for the suggestion, John. Val, how often do you live stream from different rooms in your house? Seems like a new room. No, you weren't here earlier. It's a different angle. So the computer that I usually use is blue screened, and I can't use it. So I had to switch to a different computer, and the angle's a little bit different. So same room, different angle. That's what it is. But I like to change it up too. A couple of weeks ago, I was in LA for 2 weeks. I was house sitting for 2 weeks with my friend Michelle's house, and so we did it there. And so that background was different too. So and then I do it from Trippy Food East from Boston. So we change it up every once in a while. So, but today it's just a different angle. It just looks different. I drink Powerade Mountain Blueberry Blast with Sprite and add some cherry syrup. Huh. But now I haven't had Powerade, but does it taste like Gatorade? Because to me, it tastes like there's a lot of sodium in Powerade, and I don't mean salt sodium, but there's just like that sort of chemical taste in Gatorade that I'm not really crazy about, and I've never had Powerade, so I don't know if it's the same thing. My mom is from Germany. We are a pickle family. Talking about pickles, have you heard the YouTuber kid behind camera? His nickname is Pickles. So I know you guys aren't old enough to remember, but on like what are the TV Land or something like that, where they had the reruns of the old Dick Van Dyke Show with Mary Tyler Moore was his wife, Laura, the Petrys, and Maury Amsterdam was one of his coworkers, like a buddy was his name. and his wife's name was Pickles. And you never saw Pickles, but you just always heard him talking about his wife, Pickles. So that's pretty funny that some people do. I mean, a cucumber sandwich, they scoop out the cucumber pickle and put in cheese, meat, shredded. Yeah. Who's doing that? I was going to say Papa John's, and I know that's not right. Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is doing that. And I think Matt from Reckless Eating, I think they covered that. I think they actually tried that. Janice, I think you might have done that too. Did you do that at Jersey Mike's, that pickle sandwich that they do where they put the meat and the cheese and everything in the pickle? Did you, Janice, didn't you do a review of that? Now you just need a shot of whiskey. Oh yeah, on top of that. Pickle bacon wrapped turkey meat sandwich. I haven't seen bacon wrapped, but I have seen the pickle sandwich. Oh, I didn't know Arby's was doing that. The Arby's closest to me closed, so they're not open anymore. Are you traveling to TF East for Christmas, Val? No, I am not. It's probably going to be a small Christmas, but I will probably be traveling to Trippy Food East after Christmas, so probably like January or February I'll be up there. The electrolyte flavor, that's it. It's what plants crave. I have a pickle dog where the pickle was the bun. See, did I do that? No, one of the ones that we did with Tom was the snickle, which we did a deep fried one, but it's basically you take a Snickers bar and you put it in a pickle. You eat the Snickers bar in the pickle, but we deep fried it, so it was a deep fried snickle. We did do that. I don't remember if we did it from my channel or Tom's channel, but yeah, that was interesting. And I think we did pickle flavored Twinkies as well. All right, moving along here. We're 45 minutes in and we haven't even got to our adult beverage yet. Is Cousin Larry making tamales? I don't know, but it's worth giving it a shot. But we will definitely check out Cousin Larry's tamales if he is. All right. So we did John's. Well, I mean, it's not we didn't do anything, but we did the pickle chips. We added in the Hidden Valley Ranch pickle ranch dressing. We did John's Dr. Pepper, pickle Dr. Pepper, and now let's go to our adult beverage. So this is going to be fun and interesting. So this is Donna's pickle beer. This is relatively new. I hadn't heard about it before. Has a low ABV, not low, but lower ABV. It's 4.4. Usually the average is about 5. It's a 4.4 ABV. Donna's Pickle Beer was founded in 2023 by Scott Barrett and Joshua Jansowitz in San Francisco, California, and is named after Jansowitz's mother, Donna. Now, right now it's being bottled by, I'm assuming the name of it should be on here. Pilot Project Brewing in Chicago, and what they are kind of like an incubator for breweries. So they have these people who have ideas for breweries and beers that they want to do and everything, and so they're kind of an incubator for those breweries. They're located in Chicago, and then they just have people brew there. They work with them on brewing their beers and stuff there. So Donna's works with Pilot. What did I call it? Pilot Project Brewing. In coming up with the beer. So it looks really interesting. There's kind of a jokey kind of origin here. Donna was backstage at the Garden eating pickles from a jar. In a flash of light, she was pushed on stage and kissed full in the mouth by a beer-drinking Mick Jagger. It was electric. No, not the kiss, the taste in her mouth, beer and pickles. That night, Donna's pickle beer was born. It doesn't sound like a real story, but it's funny and nonetheless. I guess that's Donna there. She looks like a pickle. And so as long as we're on the subject of pickles in general, the trivia question is, where did vinegar pickling originate? As opposed to salt brining, where did vinegar pickling originate? All right, now this did fall over, so it's going to probably squirt all over me, but that's how we roll. Oh, thank you very much, Janice. Janice posted the deep fried snickles that we did with Tom. So if you guys don't watch it now because we're doing stuff, but when you get a chance, just save that and check that out. Did I miss anything? I have a pickle dog where the pickle is the bun. Haven't done that one yet. Oh, I haven't done that one yet. Okay. All right. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Keep me honest. We're small right now, and I say small. Like I look at Reckless Eating, and they have like close to 1,000 people in the chat, or like LA Beast, where the chat just goes like this, and he misses stuff, and he's gonna miss stuff because it's just like it's rolling up like ticker tape. But I don't want to miss anything. So guys, keep me honest, and if I miss somebody's question or statement or something, please remind me. Thank you. See, that's going all over the place. I don't like pouring from a can or a jar. Only smells a little like pickle. It smells more like beer than pickle. I am kind of looking forward to this. I didn't bring enough napkins. And I'm making a mess. I should have brought a straw. I get to have a spoon. Oh, Julie told me that the oils on your finger will dissolve the head. I don't know if that's true or not. It seems sort of true, but it's hard to say because of the nucleation in the bottom. It is kind of pickly color. At first I was thinking it was like an amber ale, but it is kind of like has a kind of greenish tint to it. Where did they go? Where are they from? What that we were talking about, Sonic? Where did what go, and where are what from? The History Channel is gone? Is that what you're referring to? I'm going to let that settle a little bit. It has a pleasant aroma. The pickle flavor is subtle. So it's like it's almost like a sour beer. If you ever had a sour beer, it's almost like a sour beer. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's not. It doesn't have that like. It doesn't have that like that alcohol bitterness to it. Maybe that's because it's a 4.4 ABV. It's kind of like. I'm going to say it's a little bit like cool and fruity and refreshing. I'm not sure like what kind of brine they use. I don't know if it's a, let's see, do they say? They do not say. I would say that sometimes like the additives in a beer, like if you've ever had a chili beer, sometimes those chili beers can there's one called Cave Creek that's not good. And then there was another one that I had, and I can't remember, it's the name of a town in Oregon. And it was actually pretty good. So a lot of them kind of differ. This is actually pretty good. It's not over the top pickle taste. It's kind of like you do get that little kind of pickle sourness but you also get that kind of fruitiness, like almost that cucumber fruitiness. I know they probably don't even use cucumbers in there, but it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna give that a thumbs up. That's like sometimes these novelty ones are like good for a couple of sips, and you can say, yeah, I did it, and not finish it. But if this is a kind of beer that you would finish it. Now, what would I serve this with? That's easy. I would serve this one with like chips and sandwiches. Like if your basic, like I'm sitting outdoor on a picnic table and I'm having like sandwiches and chips, or burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. That's the perfect beer to go along with that. That's just that is a very blue collar beer. That is a very like a common, it's really good. It's really good. I'm a little bit surprised. I was thinking I wouldn't like it so much, but it's actually pretty good. So there we go. All right. So our question was, where did vinegar pickling originate? Let's see. Ice Hand says Vienna. Nashi says China. Sonic says ancient pickles. That's close enough. Janice says ancient Mesopotamia. Ancient pickling theorists say Janice is right. Yes, Janice is right. Of course, it is pickling cucumbers. Pickling cucumbers in vinegar originated in ancient Mesopotamia around 2400 BCE. So it's 2400, like 24, add 2000, and I don't know. I don't want to go into math, but approximately 450 years, 4,500 years ago, um, in ancient Mesopotamia. So for those who don't know what Mesopotamia is, it's really kind of called the cradle of civilization. So there's an area of the Middle East. I think it's now in Iran, if I'm not mistaken. It's in the area that's now in Iran. And there's the Tigris and the Euphrates River. And in between the Tigris and the Euphrates River is the Mesopotamia Valley, the very fertile Mesopotamia Valley. And that's really where people kind of credit civilization as starting in that Mesopotamia Valley. Also, stories of like the Great Flood are kind of backed up by the Tigris and the Euphrates River overflowing and then filling in everything in between. So yeah, you are correct in Mesopotamia. Now, I was going to do something else, but I'm going to jump around a little bit, and I'm going to do. See, I'm going to move. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. I'm going to move these up. I'm going to do these next, and I'll show you why in a second. All right, we already have the jar open anyways, so I'm going to do these. I'll do these next. This is from a company called Sadaf. We've done products from Sadaf on various live streams. We've done various, they have various types of product, mostly like stuff from the Middle East. This is a product of Turkey, and these are spicy pickled cucumbers. Now, they're very specific to say pickled cucumbers, probably because, like I said, in other parts of the world, they pickle. There's a lot of stuff that's pickled, like in vinegar or salt brine. So they're specifically saying pickled cucumbers. And again, we said that vinegar pickling originated in ancient Mesopotamia. Well, Sadaf was founded in 1982 by Dariush and Jashmid Sufar, two brothers from Iran who migrated to Los Angeles. Now, the reason that's important is because they are Iranian, and because they are from the area where they started actually doing pickling. And these are cucumbers. They're Persian cucumbers. Obviously, they don't look like the cucumbers that we use, but that's obviously Persian. So we go back to the ancient Mesopotamia where they first started pickling cucumbers, and we have them in a jar. These aren't 4,500 years old though. All right, so we're just gonna try one. We're just going to take it out and try it. Again, you can see that these are different. These are Persian cucumbers. They're a little bit different than the cucumbers that we typically see used for pickles. Has a familiar taste. Dill has a lot to do with that. Jessica, get a dog bowl. And you see the dog bowl? There's the bowl on the inside, and the outside kind of comes out like this. Comes out like this. You can't tip it over. And they do that so dogs can't tip it over. Although some dogs will, they'll put their paw on the front to tip it over, but it's harder to tip because it comes down at an angle. So get a big dog bowl that has those sides that come down like that, and he won't be able to tip it over. Unless it's a really big cat, or he has opposable thumbs. Now, I was a little bit skeptical because this said hot. Wait, did I ask a trivia question? I did not. But this is a good one to ask this question on, because again, we talked about these cucumbers are Persian cucumbers, or Persian cucumbers, which are a little bit different than the cucumbers that we're used to. So here's the question: what is the most common variety of cucumbers used for pickling? So that's our question. What is the common variety of cucumber used for pickling? But they do say hot. Is this so hot? Spicy. They do say spicy, and they deliver on that. It is spicy. It does have some heat. It has like a building heat. You don't notice it at first, and then it starts to come in, and then it starts to build a little bit. But it's not crazy hot. It's like maybe Tabasco hot, maybe a little bit hotter than Tabasco because it's a heat that stays with you. Let's see. Did they specify what kind of peppers? It just says pepper. It doesn't specify what kind. But yeah, we're eating ancient pickles here. So these are Iranian style Persian cucumbers, pickled Persian cucumbers, like they used to do in the old days. And by the old days, I mean 4,500 years ago. So cheers. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Now, if you are familiar with like regular pickles, like if you go like classic or whatever, and you're familiar with the taste of those pickles, and then you go to taste these, they're going to taste off to you. Just remember, in other parts of the world, pickles are different, and sometimes they're not even using cucumbers for whatever their pickles are. And we'll see that in a little bit here. Okay. I'm drinking that expecting it to taste beer, and then I'm tasting pickle in there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I forgot. So again, the question was, what is the most common variety of cucumber used for pickling? Nashi says Kirby, and Janice Yamanaki says Kirby, and it is in fact Kirby. Kirby cucumbers are the ones that we typically use. They are used mostly because they are small, bumpy, and specifically bred for pickling purposes. So that is why they use those. And the most common one that you'll find if you go into a grocery store and you go into the pickle aisle, almost like I would say 99% of those pickles, unless you're getting something like this, are going to be Kirby pickles, or I'm sorry, Kirby cucumbers. So you are correct. All right, so that's why I wanted to do that one next. I just moved that up. Let's see. Tom is here. Hello, Tom. Welcome. Not too late because we're sidetracked. We had an hour left and we're only 2 snacks in, but we've done some other stuff too. So I can't. And we do what we can do, right? All right, so let's see. What do we want to do next? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, we started with a snack. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. Okay, let's do this one next. And today's grab bag is a Pride bag from Ralph's, our Kroger store. Let's see, which one we're going to do next? Okay, these. Got to move you aside. This is going to make a really interesting goût mélange. All right. So these are from actually the product line is called Doña Maria, and these are Doña Maria nopalitos, and the company is called Megamix Foods. Megamix Foods was formed as a joint venture between Hormel Foods. You guys know Hormel, the spam people. It was a joint venture between Hormel Foods and the Herdez del Fuerte in 2009. Now, these are nopalitos. Now, for those who don't know what nopalitos are, or nopales are cactus. Nopalitos are the cactus cut up. It means little cactus is what nopalitos means. You can see there's your cactus, right? Big cactus pads like that. And so the question is like, is this pickled? Well, there's vinegar and there's salt in there, so yes, this is pickled to preserve it. So as long as we're talking about cactus, what part of the cactus is called la tuña in Spanish? Again, what part of the cactus is called la tuña in Spanish? All right, we're going to go ahead and try these. If you're gonna do a recipe that calls for cactus, I would not use these. Are okay like in a salad or something, but if you're gonna like be cooking with cactus, I would not use these. I would get fresh cactus pads. The thing you have to know about fresh cactus pads is you have to steam them or do something else with them because they're very much like okra. Like if you just cut them and start using them, they have that kind of snot inside it. Like okra, like if you guys have ever fried okra, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so you have to like steam it or something. But I would, if you're making something that uses cactus in it, I would use fresh cactus as opposed to this. But this is good for salads and stuff. There we go. Ice hand is poop melange. What are these jars so tight? All of them are. I should get myself. Have you guys seen those wrenches for used to open the jar? They have that big thing, and you just kind of leverage. Dude, you want cactus? You want? Let's see what's in this cactus. Maybe you can actually have this. Drain and rinse under running water. Use in salads, soups, omelets, or side dishes. I don't know if I'd put it in an omelet, but tender cactus, water, salt. Contains distilled vinegar, sodium benzoate. I know there's preservatives in here, Doodle, but I will let you try a piece. There's no garlic or onion or grapes or anything else like that in there, so I think it might be okay. Yeah, you can try a piece. I will let you try a piece of this. I don't know if you're going to like it, but I will let you try it because you seem interested. Do you want that? You want to try that? I didn't think so. He just kind of sniffed at it like, I don't think I like that. What are you trying to do to me, Dad? I know. I don't think of him as my son. He's a dog. I'm a human being. But, you know, some people do, and that's okay. What? Dave Aiken snuck into the room. Sorry I'm late, no big deal. Just got started on decorating the Christmas tree. Good for you, Dave. Thank you for waiting till after Thanksgiving, by the way. My hands are disabled, so I know the jar tricks. Yeah. Oh, duct tape. Oh, there's an idea. Haven't tried that. The World Gastronomic Forum is happening right now in Calabria, Italy. Calabria, the old country. I have to get to Calabria sometime. Calabria, it's so funny because my Italian ancestors were from Calabria, and a lot of people say like, oh, well, you know, at least they're not from Sicily, so they're not having mafia there. There's more mafia in Calabria than there are in Sicily. I have prickly pear cactus in my backyard. The fruit is good. It is good. We did an episode. I think we just ate it fresh. I don't think we did anything with it. I think we just ate it. We got a prickly pear cactus right off the prickly pear right off the cactus and cut it up and used that. Doodle, you're sniffing around for food here, but like all there is pickled stuff. So I will give you one more piece of snack, but it's going to have to hold. Yeah, because we're an hour in. That's okay. I'm just make this last, okay? Here, you can have the whole thing. You want the whole thing? You want that? There you go. All right. You're a good boy no matter what I say behind your back. All right, here we go. Here's our cactus. Looks like green beans, which is why, like I said, one Thanksgiving, I made green bean casserole, but I used cactus. I think we did an episode, if I'm not mistaken, where we did green bean casserole, but we used cactus instead of green beans. It kind of looks a little like green beans, doesn't it? Now, in the pickled state, they're still a little bit slimy. If you've never had cactus before, it's very fresh tasting. And it looks like green beans, but even it has this kind of hint of green bean like flavor. Not even close to the same kind of plant. But it's a great substitute for green beans. Like everyone should try it. They do have smaller jars of these. I just happen to get this one because I'll use this. They do have smaller jars of that, but try it as like a substitute for green beans. Try it first by itself. It's not one of those things like it has to be an acquired taste, or you'll taste it and you go like, oh, I don't like it. It's actually really good. Really fresh green vegetable. Yeah, I always prefer fresh, but this is pretty good. Where's my thumb? Lost my thumb. Thumbs up. That's pretty good. Let's see. Our trivia question was, in fact, what part of the cactus is called latunia in Spanish? Janice says okay, let's see. Let's go back up. Miguel Rangel says prickly pear. Ice Hand says the flower. Janice Yamanaka says the fruit of the prickly pear. Let's see. I think those were all the guesses. It is, in fact, the fruit, which is also called cactus pear or prickly pear. So you are all correct. I will tell you a story about cactus pear or prickly pear. Claudia and I were at one of the California missions. We were at Purísima. And Purísima is, if you want to go visit any one of the missions, Purísima is the one to go visit because it is a property of the state. So it is secular. It is no longer part of the church. If you go to the ones that are part of the church, they talk about how they helped the local natives, the Native Americans that were in the area and everything. And that's just kind of whitewashing it a little bit. So if you go to Purísima is kind of, I don't want to say preserved, I would say more restored to the way it looked back in the late 1700s, early 1800s when it was formed. And they show you, this is the place where the Indians were forced to bathe, and this is where they worked, and this is the farm part of it. So if you want to know how a Spanish mission really worked, what it was really like to be on a Spanish mission, and it's in the middle of like the woods, like outside of a clearing where you're not, there's no modern buildings or anything around there and everything. So it does take you back. So if you are in California and you decide you're going to at least tour one or some of the California missions, that's my recommendation, is like the one that you definitely should visit to get an idea what the missions were like. But yes, it is in fact prickly pear or cactus pear. And Janice posted a link for it. So if you look at the link, Janice posted that. Please don't watch it while we're doing a live stream because that takes away from the fun. But when you get a chance, just watch that, and you can see what a prickly pear looks like and what it tastes like. So there we go. Let's see. You also use cream of bacon soup with the nopales. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I wanted to change it up, Janice. So I didn't want to do it like a typical green bean casserole. So definitely wanted to change it up. I make a nopal salad with tomato, onion, lime, and panela cheese. That sounds really fresh and really good, Eli. Nopales con huevos. Can't go wrong there either. One of my favorite breakfasts. Yeah, it's very versatile. Pickly. All right. So let's see. That was 3 snacks, I think. 1, 2, 3. That was 3 snacks. So I'm running out of space here because we got big jars of stuff. Not like we got little bags of stuff. So we will do one more, and then we will go to our soft drink. So let's see. Yeah, let's do this next. Sure, why not? Let's see. We did our pickle beer, pickle chips. Yeah, we got one more. All right, let's do this one next. You guys may or may not recognize this. Now we go to Italy. We are going to Italy. This is Mezzetta giardiniera. And giardiniera, you guys have probably seen this. It's usually served like as an antipasto. Sometimes it's added to salad, and it can vary as to what's in it. So basically, this is it's an Italian pickle, and there's a variety of vegetables in it. So this one contains, let's see, what's in this one? This one has cauliflower, carrots, celery, red bell peppers, onions, and cucumbers. I don't see the cucumbers, but it says they're in there. So basically, it's an Italian way of preserving vegetables and everything, but to be served as like a side dish, condiment, like an antipasta or something like that. And so you guys have probably seen this. Maybe you've even had it. How many of you have actually had this giardiniera? How many people have actually had giardiniera before? So this brand is Mezzetta, and Mezzetta is from Italy. It was founded in 1935 by Giuseppe Mezzetta in San Francisco. He was an Italian immigrant. So here's a question for you. So something very similar to this. The Koreans do something similar to this. What is the Korean version of giardiniera? What is the Korean version of giardiniera? Let's just go ahead and open this up. This one says mild. They actually do make some that are spicy, but this one is mild. So this one doesn't have any heat to it, supposedly. Brandon Johnson has just entered the room. Welcome. No. In Chicago beef, you got to put sport peppers on the Chicago beef. You know, sport peppers. This would go. This. Oh, no. Funny you say that, Brandon, because I think there is Chicago really has their own version of this, and it has different. It does have sport peppers in it in the Chicago version of giardiniera. They do have like a Chicago specific one, and they do put it on Chicago beef sandwiches. So you're absolutely right. Yeah, I got a different brand. Are you in Chicago, Brandon? Let's see. Let's get some. Ooh, that's a big chunk of cauliflower right there. That is a big chunk of cauliflower. All right, let's get a carrot. Look at this, whole baby onions. Let's get an onion. Let's see what else. Let's get a cucumber pickle. And see if we can get some celery in there. Have to dig for the celery. Bell pepper? Oh, there's tiny bits of bell pepper. It's going to be hard to get that. All right, we'll start here. I just dropped something and I have no idea what it was. Okay, so let's do a little of each. There we go. Now, out of all the things I've tried so far, this one has the strongest vinegar taste to it. I'm not a big fan of carrots, but for some reason in here, it kind of tones down that. I don't know how to describe the taste of carrot, like crunchy carrots that I just don't like. I don't mind them when they're cooked with other stuff, but by themselves, not really a big fan. But in here, it's pretty good. I'm going to do this, though. I'm going to take these, do another forkful like I just had. I can get through there. There we go. And I'm going to dip it in the Hidden Valley Pickle Ranch Dressing. That's a nice. Now, here's the thing. I generally like those vegetables. Like I said, carrots I'm not a big fan of. When they mix together and when they're in the vinegar, a lot of them, it kind of takes the bite out of them. So like I said, that the carrot wasn't so bad. A lot of them kind of lose the flavor a little bit in there, which is a little bit disappointing. But they're still nice and crisp. You have that nice crisp vegetable, crispness to it. It's not bad. It's just I wish it preserved more of the flavor. But then they're all playing together. They're in the fluid. So what are you going to do? I'm going to say thumbs up, but trending downwards slightly, only because, like I said, the flavor of the vegetables themselves gets lost a little bit in there. So there we go. The question was, what is the Korean version of giardiniera? And let's see. It looks like Janice was the only one that answered that and said changachi. And you are absolutely correct, Janice. Changachi is the Korean version of giardiniera. So you are actually correct. Eli, I did not pick up any pickled eggs. But I will say, however, that I am working on and I don't remember who suggested it. Maybe if you're here, you can remind me that somebody suggested that we try pickled quail eggs or mustard quail eggs, which are pickled. Mustard quail eggs. I could not find them. They were very, very expensive to get online, so I made them. So they were in the refrigerator chilling. what you saw in the thumbnail is really what we're doing today. There was a lot of people made a lot of other suggestions, like Sonic made a suggestion that we try the fried pickle Whopper, but we did we can only do so much. It's already almost 2:30 and we still haven't even got to the soft drinks next, but we're only halfway through. So couldn't add a bunch of stuff, but we did. So again, we're not going to do pickled eggs today, but we are going to have a pickled eggs episode soon, which is going to be the mustard quail eggs. So that should be out shortly. We've had Giano's giardiniera. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different brands, and even there's variety in the vegetables they use in different brands and everything. Most of them are pretty good, and that one is pretty good as well. No, we're not doing pickled sausage today. I think Julie and I did pickled bologna. I think we did pickled bologna before. We did not do pickled sausage per se, but we did do pickled bologna. I know they do have pickled sausage at Costco's World Market. So if you would like to see us do pickled sausage, even if it's just as a Trippy quickie, Miguel, put it in the suggestion box so I don't forget about it. All righty. A lot of tanginess happening there. Val, what did you expect when you're doing a live stream on pickles, right? Do you like pickled pig's feet? I love pickled pig's feet. My mom used to make pig's feet on the stove when we were kids. So, I grew up eating pig's feet, and she would pickle some of it, but some of it she would just cook and eat. I think, Eli, we also did a pig's feet episode where I deep fried it, because the thing was, when we had contacted, I think it was Chicken Charlie's, and they said, hey, bring it down and we'll deep fry it, because it was a joke. And I think it was Matt and I went down there, and we actually brought pig's feet, and he goes, no, we can't put that in the fryers. And I'm like, you said, bring whatever it was, bring it down. He goes, yeah, I wasn't serious. So because I was disappointed in that, I went home and I made my own deep fried pickled pig's feet. So Eli, check that out. We do have an episode where we do pig's feet, both deep fried and undeep fried or non-deep fried. All right, so that covers our first crack at snacks, snack crackers, our first stab at snacks, and it is time for our soft drink. And as Harrison Ford says, I got a bad feeling about this. Yes, we are doing a Lester's Fixins. And that is a lot of confusing to a lot of people. It's Lester's Fixins. So it's not Lester Fixins. His name is not Lester Fixin. It's not belonging to Lester Fixin. It is Fixins belonging to Lester. Now, Fixins is usually typically Fixins are like things that you would put on foods or in foods, or like condiments and stuff is typically what the slang term or the rustic term for those things is Fixins. So this is Lester's Fixins. He has a variety of sodas, and this is pickle soda. So we're going to try pickle soda. Lester's Fixins it's not a separate company. They're manufactured by Rocket Fizz. Rocket Fizz is, if there is a Rocket Fizz near you, I recommend it as a place to go to get unusual snacks. It's mostly like candies and sodas, but they have, so many sodas. Like if there is an obscure soda that you don't know where to find, there's two places that I know of that you can find it. One is your local Rocket Fizz, and the other one, if you're in the LA area, is Galco's Old World Grocery, I think it's called, and Soda Pop Stop. So those two places, unbelievable variety of different sodas and candies. So Rocket Fizz Soda Pop and Candy Shop was founded in 2007 by Robert Powells and Ryan Morgan. The original store opened in Camarillo, California in 2009. Now they're, I don't know how far east they gone. I know that there's one, because I've been to the one in Portland, Oregon. I think there's some in Colorado. I'm not sure. You guys can tell me if there's a Rocket Fizz near you, and if there is, you should check it out. So this is Lester Fixin's pickle flavored soda. It's made with pure cane sugar. Like we care. We're going to drink a pickle flavored soda, and we care whether it's pure cane sugar or not. I don't know if the pickle flavor is natural or not. Let's see. Carbonated spring water, cane sugar, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Gum acacia, turmeric for color, flash pasteurized for stability and safety. But it does not say anything about. Oh, wait. This product is not affiliated with pickle juice made by the Pickle Juice Company. Oh, apparently there's another one called pickle juice. All right. We have brought Richard Simmons back from retirement, actually from the dead. And I'm not trying to make a bad joke. He's dead. Thank you, Janice. So who was asking about the pig's feet? Oh, Eli. Eli, there's a link there Janice just posted for our pig's feet episode. And our pickle bologna episode. She's on top of it. One of my favorite German summer dishes is Wurst salad, which is a sausage and onion in a vinegar dressing. It does sound kind of cool. All right, here we go. All right, Lester, don't let me down. It smells a little bit like pickle, but there's something else going on in there. Oh, the trivia question. Where did the term soda pop come from? Where did the term soda pop come from? This is more sweet than anything. We have tried a variety of things, including a pickle beer. This one is the most lacking in pickle flavor. It's mostly sugar. It's sweet. I'm not really getting a lot of like pickle flavor there. There's some. There's that kind of, probably from the citric acid, that kind of sourness. But I don't know. To me, it just doesn't hit on all cylinders. I'm gonna give it a thumbs in the middle. It's not terrible, and it has a hint of pickle, but not enough. Thumbs in the middle on that one. There's a Rocket Fizz in New Jersey. Oh, okay, so they are on the East Coast. That might be as far east as they go. So the question was, where did the term soda pop come from? And maybe I didn't give enough people time to answer it. I will do that. I will give you time to answer that, and it is time when we do something stupid. Let's do something stupid a little at a time. Let's see. Do I have anything left in there? I do not. So now let's take Lester Fixins pickle flavored soda, and add Donna's pickle beer to that. That sweetness is just like really strong. Maybe that's, you're using cane sugar. And it destroys, like there's no pickle flavor at all. So whatever pickle flavor there was in the beer is gone. For some reason, the pickle soda kills the pickle flavor from the beer. That's weird. So that's like a nondescript soda. Those two mixed together, that's a thumbs down. It's like, it's not a bad thumbs down. It's not like it tastes terrible. It's just, like there's no resemblance of pickle. All right, this is John's pickle Dr. Pepper. Let's put some of that in there. See what that does. Okay, I was going to say that's salty. It became salty, and that's because of the brine that I put in here that had more saltiness to it. You can taste the salt in there. That just confuses stuff. So now it's just a confusing drink. You do get the acid from the vinegar. You do get that acid from the vinegar taste, and you do get the salt in there. You're not really getting the pickle taste. How can we fix this? Or can we fix this? Maybe we can't fix this. Let's try. No, that wasn't a good one. I'm trying to think of the most vinegary one that we've had. Maybe this. So just a little bit more of this in there. Yeah, That's just enough to put it over the edge. Now remember, that is the juice from the Persian cucumbers, the pickled Persian cucumbers. So it's going to have that cucumber flavor in there as well. So that brine, adding that brine to it, save this drink. You lose everything else. You lose the beer taste. You lose the Dr. Pepper. Well, but the Dr. Pepper taste is still pretty strong. That one's not too bad. That's like thumbs down, trending upward on that one. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could do it that they didn't stop to think of whether they should. We didn't stop to think either. All right, that takes care of our beverages. Let's see, it might be from the sound of the cork, maybe from the. Oh wait, let's see. I'm craving some Puerto's guava cheese pastry so bad. I might have to go out and get some now. Thanks, Eli. And there's more places you can go now because Porto's is like they're opening up all over the place. So I don't know like how far out of the Southern California area they are, but I know that like there's one out on I-10, there's one in Downey, there's one in there's one in Burbank, there's one in not the original one, but the oldest one in Glendale. So yeah, they're all over the place. I think we did an episode there. We filmed an episode at the one in Glendale. Went to the one in Glendale, which is again not the original, but the oldest, because the original they were the original one, but they moved, and so they were no longer the original one. So there we go. The question was, where did the term soda pop came from? And Janice says it might be from the sound the cork made when it was pulled from the bottle. Well, Janice, it's actually from the sound the cork made when it was pulled from the bottle, that popping sound that it made from the bottle. That's why they call it pop. But for carbonated water, or at the time they were calling it not carbonated water, but soda water. When they pulled the cork. Yeah, that sound. Hey Val, I found dill pickled Frank's hot sauce. Ooh, where'd you find that, Jared? There was one in Buena Park near Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, they're all over the place now. Oh, I'm running out of space here. Well, we have, oh my God, we have 4 things left. And how much time do we have left? Oh, yeah, half an hour. I think we can do this. All right, let's see what's next. Let's do those next. Yeah. All right. Oh, by the way, you'll see this sitting up there, Pringles dill pickle. I was going to put these up there. Dill pickle is not a new flavor for Pringles, but it's a flavor that's come back. So they haven't had the dill pickle flavor a while, and now it's come back, and I believe it's going to be a permanent flavor for Pringles. And the reason that I'm just showing this to you as opposed to eating this is because we're doing a quickie on this one. So, and that should be out sometime this week. So that's why we're not actually covering this. Also, in last week's live stream, Julie did the Pringles. I can't remember what they're called. Mingles. The Pringles Mingles, which are kind of like the puffs. And she did the dill pickle puffs. So that's another reason why we're not doing those today. At Shaw's grocery store. I'll have to check that out. See when the latest Shaw's is, because that sounds really interesting. You're going to have to check your blood pressure after the stream. Yeah. Well, it's like if one afternoon of doing all this shouldn't undo all that damage, but, we'll see. I'll be careful. I haven't done a lot of stuff, a little bit of everything, but all right. Next, we're doing this. I got it backwards. I think we did a Planters cashews a couple weeks ago, but we did a different flavor. So these are Planters dill pickle cashews. So everyone knows Planters as Planters peanuts. Planters was founded originally in 1908 as Planters Nut and Chocolate Company by Amado Abisi and Mario Paruzzi in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It was acquired by Standard Brands in 1960, which merged with Nabisco in 1981. Nabisco was acquired by Kraft Foods in 2000 and merged with the H.J. Heinz Company to form Kraft Heinz in 2015. In 2021, Kraft Heinz sold the Planters product line to Hormel. So now it's a Hormel product. Yeah, the spam people. So this is Planters dill pickle cashews. So as long as we're on the topic of Planters, what is the name of Planters mascot? What is the name of Planters mascot? Dude demands his snack tax. We can't have any of this, though. Let's see. Maybe you can have this. This has vinegar's not bad for him. Sugar, not great for him. Garlic powder, he can't have this. You can't have this, Doodle. It has garlic in it. I don't want you to get sick for multiple reasons, not the least of which is I don't want to have to clean up after you. And it's just you and me, dude. I don't want to have to clean up after you. Does this smell good to you? Can I get that open? It's resealable, but it doesn't matter if you can't get it open. Tear here. Yeah, it's easy for you to say. And nut snacks, Doodle. If I go in the kitchen, am I going to find food in your bowl? Am I going to find food still in your bowl? Because you have food in your bowl. And you should not be eating snacks if you still have food in your bowl. Why can't I open this stupid thing? All right, there we go. I might have destroyed the bag, but at least it's open. No, Doodle, you can't have these. They have garlic in them. You can't have garlic. All right, here we go. Yeah, they look like, well, they look like they have little specks of dill on there. And maybe salt or something. Get my big fat head out of the way. That's as good as it's going to get. Wow. That has a really strong pickle kick. Nice dill flavor. And it's really weird against the cashews. That's like, it's like burn your mouth vinegar. There's like a really strong vinegar kick in there. Doodle, there can't be anything in here that you find like desirable. He's like sniffing at the pickle soda. You can't possibly find that, you know, like something you want to eat or drink. Wow, those are really interesting. I mean, you know, the cashew flavor is there, but you get that over the top pickle flavor. It's a really weird combination. But, you know, we're trippy food, so here a weird food combination gets you a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm going to give that a thumbs up. All right. Our trivia question was, what is the name of Planters' mascot? Dave Aitken said Mr. Peanut. Jared Tierno said Mr. Peanut. Miguel Rangel said Mr. Peanut. Janet said Mr. Peanut. It is, in fact, Mr. Peanut. And then they did Baby Peanut for a while. I think Baby Peanut grew to Mr. Peanut, and they renamed it from Baby Peanut to Mr. Peanut. I don't know. Like, they actually killed him off. They killed off Mr. Peanut. And I think like his peanut got into the ground and grew a new peanut plant, and Baby Peanut came out of the peanut. I don't know. It's a whole goofy thing. Like he's hanging off a cliff and he decides to give up his own life to save others. It was a weird thing. It was one of those things that they probably regret. Jared, you've had those? Yeah, they are really good. Really surprising though. All right. So let's see. We did the Lester Fixins soda. We did that. We did the giardiniera. Let us do. This is a good one. This one, I had done this as a Trippy Quickie, and the problem is my other laptop cratered, and I lost all my files. And so I had the files on the system. I had not had a chance to add them, and I didn't have them backed up anywhere, so they're gone. But as long as I was doing a pickle episode, I thought, well, you know, instead of doing a Trippy Quickie with this, I'll just go ahead and do these on my pickle episode. So these are, good boy. These are, again, a Kroger product, but it is Private Selection is their other product line, which is kind of a more high-end product line from Kroger. Now, this is Private Selection Dill Pickle Pretzel Twists. Kroger, again, was founded by Bernard Kroger in 1883 in Cincinnati, Ohio. They launched their Private Selection product line in 2000, which it acquired when it purchased Ralph's in the 1990s. So it was originally a Ralph's product line. They acquired it when they purchased Ralph's. Ralph's being the Southern California, or one of the Southern California Kroger stores, and probably our closest Kroger store, the one that we go to a lot. So again, these are dill pickle pretzel twists. Here's our question is about hard pretzels. What is the first commercial, or what was the first commercial hard pretzel bakery? What was the first commercial hard pretzel bakery? Because up to that point, pretzels were soft, which we know came from, I think it was monks in, I want to say it was Austria. Oh, these are funny looking. Very pickly. Is that a word? If not, it is now. Pickly. I love pretzels. Like the hard ones, like the soft ones. I like the braided twists, the wheat ones. Now, these would be bad if they had an underlying bad pretzel, but the pretzels themselves are pretty good. Really strong briny taste. Really strong dill taste. Those are really good. Those are really good dill pickle flavor. And that is going to get a thumbs up. All right. Our question was, what was the first commercial hard pretzel bakery? Let's see. Janice Namanak said, Julius Sturgis Pretzel Bakery. Jared says, all this pickle talk makes me want pickles. Go get them, man. Well, wait till after the end of the stream. We only got about 15 minutes left. Janice says, have you tried dots? I love dots. I think we did one variety of dots. There's a bunch of different flavors of dots. I think we did one dots flavor, probably just the plain ones. But yeah, dots are really good too. And dots are mostly the twist. Dots don't do the pretzel-shaped pretzels, as far as I know. I love Dots honey mustard. Yeah, they are really good. Also, Snyder's does the bits, the pretzel bits, and they have some unusual flavors like buffalo, buffalo sauce flavor and stuff like that. Pickles and pretzels and beer go together really well, and especially if there's pickles in the beer. The only thing missing from a bandeja paisa is something pickled. Not really. I don't really do a lot of pickled food in Colombia, so I would say no, not necessarily, Eli. That's something pickled. They really don't do a lot of pickled stuff in South America. In Colombia. I can't think of anything that I've had down there that I would say is pickled or tasted pickled. Really, not a lot of stuff. Which probably explains why Claudia is not a big fan of pickles. The question is, what is the first commercial hard pretzel bakery? And it looks like Janice was the only one that answered that. She said Julius Sturgis Pretzel Bakery. It was, in fact, the Sturgis Bakery in Lilith, Pennsylvania, being the first commercial hard pretzel bakery in 1850. Little known and even less cared about fact, hard pretzels were first created in the United States. So the United States is where hard pretzels originated. So yeah, we're good for something. It's so heavy I need something to cut through. What do they, let's see, is there something that they serve with that could cut through? Aguardiente, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it is a lot of heavy, it's very meat heavy. I think sometimes there's rice that comes with it, but other than that, I think it's all meats. So yeah, it is really heavy, but I can't really think of anything. Oh, sometimes it comes with the plantains. Sometimes it's the plantains that it comes with, and sometimes that cuts it a little bit. Sometimes instead of the plátanos maduros, it comes with the patacones, which are the mashed and grilled plantains with butter. So sometimes it comes with those. Those are about the only things that, that has to cut it. Alrighty. So we got, I think, 2 left. We might run a little bit over because, Val yaps too much and goes off track. Let's do these next. These are personal favorites. This brand is a personal favorite of mine. I haven't tried these yet, though. Let's see. Move you out of the way. These are Grillo's pickles. We did Pico de Grillo, which is like a version of Pico de Gallo, but it has their pickles in it. I think we did that with the pupusas. We did a pupusa episode, and I think we put the what did I say? The Pico de Grillo. I don't remember what it was called, but it's like a Pico de Gallo that they make, but they put their pickles in it. This is Grillo's pickle hot spears, so they're supposed to be spicy. Grillo's pickles originally started in 2008 by Travis Grillo, so it's not just a catchy name, and he was selling his pickles out of a wooden cart in downtown Boston. So back in 2008, just selling it from a cart, and now you can buy them in just about any grocery store, and they're usually pretty good. I mean, like I've had some of the other Grillo's pickles, and they're actually pretty good, but I haven't had the hot spears, and I guess, I don't know, maybe that's Travis right there. Maybe Travis actually looks like a pickle. I don't know. So here's a question about Boston and pickles and food. What was the original name of the Boston Market restaurant chain? What was the original name of the Boston Market restaurant chain? Now let's go ahead and try these. I'm kind of excited about these because, like I said, I've had Grillo's pickles before, and they're really good, but I have not had the hot ones, so we will see. How do you open this sucker? Come on. 5 calories. Ooh, so this is interesting. I don't know if you guys can see this from there. I don't want to tip it because that's what happens when I tip this over, right? It's like there's like pieces of dill. Well, let's see if I can pick some up. There's like dill just sitting on the top, floating on the top of that. This doesn't look hot, so I'm not seeing. Oh, look, it's a curved cucumber. It doesn't look hot because I'm not seeing like peppers or anything red in there, but it says hot. So here we go. Oh, nice pickle. Really fresh, really crisp, a lot of snap to it. Like those ones that they give you in a bowl when you go to a Jewish deli in New York. The pickles they put in the bowl there. A lot like that. Really fresh. Oh, thank you, Janice. Janice posted a link for the pupusas with Grillo's Pickle de Gallo episode in it. These are not really hot. There's a little bit of spice to it. It's not even Tabasco hot, but it's a nice level of spice. It's spicy. It's spicy for people who don't like spicy. There's just enough level of spice there. But the vinegar taste is stronger than the spicy taste in there. But the pickles are outstanding. They're really fresh and crisp. Really, really nice pickles. So I'm going to give this, like, even though it's kind of marketed as hot, it's not really hot. It's slightly spicy, but that's okay. But it's really an exceptional pickle. So I'm going to go ahead and say thumbs up. One of my favorite pickles, and it's really hard to find, Trader Joe's was carrying it for a while, was from a company called Sonoma Brinery. And their pickles were outstanding. I could go through like a whole, you're not supposed to, it's not good for you, but I could go through like a whole jar of those in no time. All right, our trivia question was, what was the original name of Boston Market restaurant chain? Janice says Boston Chicken. Tom says it's called Tom. Oh no, what is that stuffed neck dish called? I'll get back to you on that. Hang on a second. Tom says Chuck. The original name was Chuck. And Jared Tierno says Boston chicken. Tom, you are correct. The original name for Boston Market was, in fact, Chuck. But it was Chuck Boston Chicken, and then they just dropped Chuck after a while to Boston Chicken. So, then Janice is right and Jared's right, but you're right first. So it was Chuck was his first name. Eli, the name of the stuffed neck dish is, and my Spanish is not really good, so please forgive me. Pescuezo de gallina relleno. And it is like one of my favorite things to eat in the world. It's absolutely outstanding. Stuffed chicken necks. Yeah. So, and we did an episode on that too. We did an episode on everything. Pickled bondegi. That would actually probably improve the flavor of bondegi, is pickling it. All right. I think we have one left. We have one left. How are we doing on time? We're at 2:50. We're going to run a little bit over. So if you guys don't mind, I think it would make an interesting goût mélange. I would like to do goût mélange, but we might run a little bit over. So if that's okay with you guys, we'll do that. Now, we're going to do these. I wanted to do these last because these are probably the most dangerous. Oh, I'm sorry. In addition about Boston Market, and actually, sometimes you have a name like Boston Market, like Outback Steakhouse has nothing to do with Australia, but Boston Market was actually found in the Boston area. It was founded as Boston Chicken by Stephen Kolu and Arthur Kors in 1985 in Newton, Massachusetts. Yes, Newton, the namesake of the Fig Newton. So Fig Newton was named after the city of Newton, Massachusetts, but manufactured in Cambridge. All right, so this is from La Morena. Actually, the name of the company is Productos Alimenticos La Morena. It was founded in 1970 by Felix Ayala in Mexico City, and these are La Morena whole pickled jalapeños. Whole pickled jalapeños. Now, because we like to walk on the wild side here, I'm going to eat a whole pickle. I'm going to eat a whole jalapeno. I may live to regret this because I have a feeling that the pickle in it, or the pickle juice, or the brine, or whatever, is going to amplify the heat of the jalapeno, and it's whole, so it still has the seeds and the hull in it and everything. So I have a feeling this is going to be really, really hot. But we're going to eat a whole pickled jalapeno. So my trivia question is about jalapenos, and the question is, what color is a ripe jalapeno? Again, what color is a ripe jalapeno? Oh, Pokey Sly came in. Welcome, Pokey. Good to see you again. Glad you could make it. We're winding it down here, but you're never too late. So it's good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. All right, here we go. Whole pickled jalapeno peppers. They put anything else in here just for fun? Jalapeno peppers, water, carrots, who cares? Iodized salt, onions, who cares? Soybean oil, vinegar, salt, garlic, and spices. All right. And again, everything's going to the pop top. The only problem is, I have no nails, and so it's always hard to get. Tom, are you okay? You're giving a straight answer. Here we go. Doodle, you don't want this. Why would you think you would want this? I'm not even sure I want this. Those carrots are kind of a weird color. They're like, I don't know, maybe they've been in brine too long. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can fish one of these out without damaging it. Here we go. The Lord is kind, and he has made small jalapenos. Or she. All right, here we go. And may God have mercy on my soul. I don't even have anything to cut this with. I mean, honestly, there's nothing, I don't have bread, I don't have anything here that I can cut this with. Doodle, you don't want this. Trust me. This is a world of hurt that you don't want to be introduced to. Trust me on this. It builds slow as you chew it. It's really crispy. That's nice. But you know, pickling jalapenos kind of does something to the textures. It's not quite like eating a fresh, ripe jalapeno. I think the vinegar delivers more heat, and it's a slow build, so it stays in your mouth. I think maybe there's oil in there or vinegar or something, and it just keeps it on your tongue, and then that heat just starts building. It's pretty hot. I like that they're still crisp. That vinegar kind of, I don't know, the vinegar does kind of a weird thing to it and everything. They still get that jalapeno. Yeah, the thing about jalapenos that I really like, out of most of the other peppers, is it's still, probably because it has a lower level of capsaicin, it has more like pepper flavor. Sort of like the pepper that has the most flavor is the one with the least amount of capsaicin, which is a bell pepper. It has the most flavor. And then as you go up, you still get flavors and stuff like that. There's a distinct jalapeno flavor. There's a distinct ghost pepper flavor and everything. But you start to lose more the flavor the more the capsaicin level goes up. This is one of the lower level ones. But the pickling kind of takes away that kind of fresh flavor that jalapenos typically do. So although not perfect, it still has a nice crispness to it and everything. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but trending downward slightly, only because it loses a little bit of that crispness and that pepper flavor. But heat level, it kicks. Pescuezo de gallina releño, stuffed chicken necks, lachata uvate, Colombia. Thank you, Janice. So Eli, there you go. Are you having flashbacks of the pickled habanero you ate? I don't remember eating a pickled habanero, so maybe I've blocked that out of my memory. I don't remember eating a pickled habanero. I mean, I'm sure I have. I just don't remember it. After all this time, I think it's time to lay the kumquats to rest in a shallow unmarked grave in our bag. Do you still have them? Did you freeze them? You still have kumquats, Tom? Oh, you're talking about in general from a cultural standpoint. Yeah, I think so too. Unmarked grave is best. And try to put it in an area where the animals aren't going to go by there. All right, so that takes care. Oh, I did not answer the question. The question was, what color is a ripe jalapeno? Janice says says red. Miguel said red. Tom says red. Pokey Sly says orange. Okay, possibly orange, but in general red. So the reason when you go to a grocery store and you're almost always going to see green jalapenos, the reason is because they pick them before they're ripe. And they pick them before they're ripe because they transport them. If they transport ripe jalapenos, they have a chance to go bad before they even reach the store. And so they ship them before they ripen. Sometimes in the store, they will ripen in the store, and you'll see some of them, like occasionally one or two of them will be kind of reddish and everything. If you do get the ones that are ripe, that are red, they have a higher level of capsaicin in it. So they have the most capsaicin in it when they're fully ripe, when they're red, bright red. Again, it's bright red fruit is a signal to animals, don't eat this, although that's how the seeds get carried anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm a big fan of pepperoncinis. You know, Brandon, pepperoncinis is one of the only peppers that makes me hiccup. That's really weird. Pepperoncinis with pizza. That's always good. All right, we have 2 minutes left, but we're going to do goût mélange. So if you can stay for a few extra minutes, we're going to do goût mélange. Just so we did sort of like a liquid goût mélange earlier, but we're going to do our goût mélange now. All right, let's see. We'll start with our Planters cashews. I'm going to see if I can break them up a little bit. I don't know if they will break up. Now, I'm going to end up breaking something or having them fly off in all directions. That's not going to work. I'm just going to leave them whole. All right, let's do our private selection dill pickle pretzel twists. Oh, that was you, Google. We did not do anything today that did not taste like dill pickle. Don't bury them in the pet cemetery. Nothing worse than a kumquat that comes back from the dead, because sometimes dead is better. So, Tom, if there's a Micmac burial ground in your backyard, do not put the kumquats in there. The last thing you want to do is like hear a noise and then see a kumquat standing at the top of your stairs. That would be bad. All right, let's see. Let's do us a Grillos. Oh, this is leaking all over the place. Let's see, can we do a small one? I'm going to cut that up a little bit. None of this will go to waste. Now, Claudia would not eat this because she does not like pickles, but I'm going to do it with my sharp knife. Oh, here we go. All right, so here's our Grillo's hot pickle, which is not really hot, but that's okay. I'm glad, again, I'm using the older computer, and I'm glad it kind of lasted okay. We didn't have too many problems today, I don't think. I reset the internet before we started. I rebooted the PC. I killed all the extra programs that were running. So I think we did okay. Our fried pickle chip. Doodle, what makes you think you want this? Doodle, do you still have food in your bowl? If I go out in the kitchen, am I going to find food in your bowl? Because that just makes you a moocher. If there's food in your bowl, then you're just being a moocher now. Nobody likes a moocher, Doodle. Yes, I still love you, but you're still a moocher. I got to get a bigger desk. And that is a big piece of cauliflower right there. I don't know if it's my imagination working double time, but I almost remember this giardiniera having cabbage in it. It's possible. This Friday at Dave's Hot Chicken is opening where I live in Rhode Island. Oh, good. Well, you should check it out. I'm not a big fan of Dave's Hot Chicken because I went in there and I go, give me the hottest chicken. And I didn't think it was that hot. Like, it wasn't like Clyde's or some of the other places I've been to where they make you sign a waiver. You know, it just, I think it was ghost pepper, and it just wasn't that hot. But, you know, I mean, the thing about hot chicken is you do want hot, but you also want flavor too. So, you know, that's the thing. Is like if it's like chicken breast and it's not tender, it's not moist, then it doesn't matter how hot it is. It's like your chicken's not that good. All right, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing a jalapeno. It doesn't look like they give you a lot in here of jalapenos. They're all really small. I think this is the least melangious thing you've done. Maybe. Well, because we have a theme, right? We have a pickle theme. So you're not going to have a whole lot of variation in that. You know, you've got the pretzel ones, yes. The cashews, yes. Let's see, what else do we have? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, these guys. So we have the Persian, the original, the OG pickled cucumber. That one's kind of big one. My mouth is pickled now. Oh my God, Claudia would be in hell right now. She does not like pickles. I mean, let's be fair, you know, no matter how much you like pickles, this is like overkill, right? And now I have a pickled desk. And, whoa, that was close. our nopalitos. You can see that these have a little bit of snot to them too. So remember when I said when you're cooking with cactus that you should steam them or something to kind of get the snot out of it. It looks like these still have a little bit of snot left in them. And I mean that figuratively, not literally. Just so you know. If you have not tried cactus, you should. This is a good entry level, but if you can do something with fresh cactus, I recommend it. I think that's it. Yeah. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the rest of our Hidden Valley Pickle Ranch in there because I can. This is going to be odd. I think the oddest thing in this is just me guessing, is going to be those cashews. I think it's going to be a little strange. All right, here we go. Goat mélange, which is more like a salad, a pickle salad. As you would expect, the taste of vinegar is on the top, right? Now, the pretzels add an odd little texture to that. Let's get a piece with the cashew on it. Yeah, the pretzels add a crunchiness to it. It's nice. Taste the cactus. That's nice. And that ranch on top of it, that's really good. This would be nice as some kind of salsa. I'm not sure what you would put it on. Maybe actually in a salad, if you mix this in with a salad, it would actually be really good. I'm not sure what else you would put it on. Like I don't think I would put it on a sandwich or anything. But it actually, everything works really well together, and even the cashews aren't crazy. And the pretzels are almost like croutons. That's a thumbs up. Now again, think about it, we really haven't eaten anything like really crazy or disgusting today. And so it stands to reason that things would blend together really well. So yeah, thumbs up on that. So again, there were other pickle things that we didn't do. Again, we didn't do the dill pickle Pringles because we have a Trippy Quickie coming out. We didn't do the fried pickle Whopper because we're going to be doing that tonight. That's going to be coming out as an episode. We did not do the Pringles Mingles dill pickle flavor because Julie did that last week on her live stream. So there's a few things that we left out. I mean, there's a lot of things that we left out. We could have gone really, really crazy. There's a lot of dill pickle flavored things out there to try. So, but I think it was nice to do a theme one every once in a while, and we seem to have a lot of people who are interested in it. So great. So I hope everybody has had a good week. I hope people have not had to work too hard, and I hope it's been a good week for everybody. I really, really appreciate it. Again, I love you all. It's such a great community. I have no way to describe what a great community this is, and you. It's like, all right, Nashi's just came over last week for the first time, and you guys are really welcoming and welcome, and like everybody gets along. It's great. I've never had to ban anybody. It's a really, really good. I mean, we're not a huge channel, right? We're like close to 7,500 subs on that one. We're not huge, but it's a great community. I just love spending time with you guys. It's the highlight of my week, and I really, really appreciate you guys spending time from your week to spend it with us. So thank you so much. I'm going to take to heart what Duncan had mentioned about doing a little bit earlier for the people in the UK. So I think next week I may move it up an hour or an hour and a half I'll figure out what, but I will move it up so that more people can see it. If that's not too much of a hardship for those of us in the U.S., we'll do that. So I want to thank you all. If you have not subscribed to our channel and you enjoy our channel, then please do so. Please subscribe. And be sure to like the videos if you like the videos, and leave comments on it because we love comments. Also, check out the other channels that we recommend to you. Janice Yamanaka, Old Guy in Colorado, great channels, and we wouldn't recommend them to you if we didn't think that you would enjoy them and like them. So definitely check those out. If you don't know who they are, you go to our main YouTube page and you scroll down to featured channels. They're all listed in there, and check them all out. And if you like them as much as we know you will, so also subscribe to their channels and like the videos and leave comments and everything, because it really helps them out as well. So please do that. And again, thank you for your support. Let's keep this thing rocking. We're getting close to the end of the year and another new year, and hopefully it'll be a great new year, and hopefully we'll have some nice, fun holiday stuff to do with you guys as well. So thank you once again for joining us. Hope you enjoyed yourself today. I did, and I look forward to joining you again hopefully next week. So thank you all so much. But just remember that it's crazy out there, so please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.